Hello, my name's Matthew Loader and I'm speaking to you today on behalf of South Australia's expert panel on planning reform. And in this presentation I'm going to outline to you the reasons why this process is being undertaken. Why are we looking to reform South Australia's planning system and what could we achieve through this reform process? So I'm going to talk to you about what is the role of planning, because that's at the heart of the question of this reform process that the expert panel is undertaking. I'm going to talk about why we should reform the planning system, some of the issues and potential outcomes, and where we might want to be in the future. At the heart of planning are many multiple issues and multiple players. Community, business, government, environmental groups all have a role to play in the planning system. It's a whole of community issue and it's a whole of government issue. It's very critical that planning can achieve the triple bottom line of livability, productivity and sustainability. And we are focused on trying to design a planning system that can achieve those objects. It's also very important that our future planning system is able to be suitable for both regional and metropolitan areas, that we recognise the dynamic linkages between the city and the country, and that we ensure that the planning system is usable and responsive to the particular needs of communities wherever they are in our state. Our legislation, the Development Act, is now 20 years old. This is a critical reason why the government has decided to commission the expert panel to undertake this review process. We are also confronted by emerging challenges around growth and renewal of our city and of the regions in the state, the role of quality design in planning and how we can strive for innovation and design excellence, the role of community engagement. How do we keep people participating and involved at all levels in our planning system so that we can build and maximise the degree of consensus about decisions that are taken for the future of our state? The role of infrastructure and planning. How do we link these two critical areas together so that as we plan new communities or as we adapt existing ones, we are identifying and rolling out the infrastructure requirements that will need to service those residents? And this review will also look closely at the balance and the role between state and local government, but also the role of the community and the private sector in undertaking various functions within the planning system. Finally, of course, 20 years ago, government didn't have the technology of the internet available to it in the way it has now. This presents an amazing opportunity for us to build a much better planning system than the one we have today. Reform in planning has been very much a topical issue at the national level in Australia and in South Australia and interstate over the last several years. We have a lot of reviews and reports that we can draw upon during the course of this review process. A number of these reports will appear on the panel's website and I encourage you to have a look if you're interested to find out more. The panel has, as a starting point, thought about what the potential outcomes could be for our future planning system. However, it's important to stress that finally these will be determined based upon the feedback the panel receives during public engagement. They've chosen 5 key themes or outcome areas to start the conversation with the community and with the business sector. These include a planning system based around partnership and collaboration between all levels of government, with the community and with the private sector, to ensure we have a common purpose reflecting shared understandings and needs. We also want a planning system to be integrated, so that it is comprehensive and coordinated, so that decision making for long-term goals is integrated with budget decisions and with other policy areas of government. The panel is keen to see our planning system incorporate strongly design thinking across the decision-making structures to ensure that we have a focus on places and that we can unite private property with the public realm and get a sense of place and focus. The panel has also decided that it's important that our planning system promotes and facilitates urban renewal so that we're making the best use of our existing urban areas. We're not leaving areas with urban blight and we're able to adapt areas to the needs of the future. Finally, the panel is keen to see a planning system that is based upon strong and high quality performance, a transparent system, a system that is responsive and navigable, where decisions are made in a timely manner and where information is accessible to all. Conceptually, where we want to be is we want to be spending more time with the community, with our stakeholders in the business and environmental sectors, focusing on where we want to be, talking about the vision and the strategic plans for the future of our community. We want to be spending less time debating and arguing issues on a site-by-site basis. Hopefully, a future planning system will be one where we are able to come to shared understandings about what the vision and therefore the rules should be, and that will mean that everyone will be able to get on with delivering the outcome. I encourage you to get online and find out more information at this website address. You'll be able to find out all the details about this planning reform process and the reasons why it's being undertaken.